Boom! What's up, champions? Welcome to another video. So this is the human flag step 2. So we learned how to hold the bottom position and we learned how to hold the top position. So both require a little bit of strength, but not too much. It's mostly about balance. But once we get that bottom and top position right, now it's time to explore the actual flag. So the first position we're gonna explore is not the tuck, because tuck is kind of shitty because your knees are right here, so it's difficult to keep the hips in the center. So naturally you would want to twist up, which is not the best thing to do. So we're gonna start with a straddle half lay position. So basically keep the knees bent and the hips open like this. So let me demonstrate. So if you can't hold this position, what does that mean? That means you gotta go back and do some basic strength training. You gotta do some military press, you gotta do some pike push-ups, some chest wall handstand push-ups, back to wall handstand push-ups especially are very good for the flag, and also some basic pulling weighted pull-ups and stuff like that. So let me demonstrate. So first we kick up. Regarding the width of the grip, obviously if I'm gonna hold the flag right here, it's gonna be very difficult. So you wanna go wide, but not too wide to make it uncomfortable. So for me, this feels about perfect. So go in the top position, arms straight, bend the legs, straddle, and then as you lower down, twist a little bit towards the side, very, very important, right here. And then you can also lower all the way down. Boom. So this is kind of the first progression. Feels quite demanding, but also make sure to practice it on both sides. So if you cannot do this one, so lowering up to here and holding it for 1 or 2 seconds, that's it, that's a set. So if you cannot do this, then you have no business training the human flag. So the detail I wanted to mention, which is very important, and that's the reason why we don't practice the tuck, is the flag where your belly is facing upwards. It's not a real flag. So I have a very good physiotherapist in Italy who's very interested in calisthenics, and he measured the activation of all the muscles in the human flag. And he had 2 students. So one of them could only hold it like this. So with the belly towards the sky. Kind of looks like a supported dragon flag. So kind of right here. And the other one could actually hold it right here, so the proper human flag position. And what my physio discovered is that the deltoid activation of the bottom arm goes to freaking from 90% to 5% when your belly is towards the sky. So meaning, if you can hold this flag for 10 seconds, that means you can hold this one for 0, if your deltoid strength is very weak. So this is kind of the 2 main flag variations, so the shitty and the good flag. So if I have my belly towards the sky, most of the work goes on the upper arm, on the grip, on the lat, on the bicep, while if you're actually holding the correct flag, this arm is still doing all the pulling movement, but this arm is doing a whole lot of pressing, while here, it doesn't have to do shit. So we need to make sure that you're practicing a proper position. So let me also demonstrate how this would look. First, let me go also 1 set on the dark side, just to make sure it's there. So, we kick up, we lower down, hold for 2 seconds. If we can, lower all the way down. If we cannot, simply jump down. So, lower down, turn, hold, and then again here rotate with the belly towards here. Boom. All right, so that is the flag. That's how we train it. I would usually train it once a week because it's a very, not the most comfortable of elements to practice. So I would focus mostly on my basic bent arm pulling and pressing the handstand push-ups and the weighted chin-ups, weighted pull-ups, and then once a week also explore the flag. If you're very passionate about it and once your body adapts, you can also do it twice a week for sure. But okay, now the shitty variation. So belly towards the sky. And I'm gonna demonstrate this one in a straddle so you can really see the clear difference of the position. So in the straddle flag, obviously if this is the flag like this, straddle should be like this. But if my belly is facing up, the straddle is right here. Let me demonstrate. All right. So here, belly towards the wall, straddle. Now as you lower down, if I just stay here, it's a very shitty flag. So what you need to do is rotate. You need to rotate, rotate. Like this. So not holding it right here, but really making sure you go here. And a lot of work goes on the deltoids. So if this one is too difficult, you need to really work on your pressing. So one more demonstration on the dark side, and then let's finish it. Also, quick note, in the past I used to practice it only on one side, and then later on I was like, oh, let's do it like 60-40 or 70-30. So 70% good side, 30% shitty side. No way you can practice like this for a long term. So really make sure 50-50. All right. Which one did I do the last? Okay, dark side. Whew. So one more demonstration in a straddle halfway position. So from here, not lowering down like this, but rotating right here. So that would be the human flag step number 2. So this is basically how the practice looks like. Make sure that you don't push it too hard, because this can be a bit uncomfortable element. So really make sure that you're actually feeling healthy, and make sure your scapular position is also on point. So sometimes on the dark side, it really happens to me that I forget to depress the shoulder that's doing all the pulling. So when I'm doing it on the good side, I always kind of naturally here depress a little bit. You don't want to be in a stretch here, because it's a whole lot of pulling you're doing, so that can be an uncomfortable position for the shoulder. So on the dark side, I really have to remind myself to kind of engage a bit of depression, because otherwise it can feel a bit uncomfortable on the shoulder. So here, as you're lowering down, we make sure that you're not in a full stretch here, only a grip working, but actually make some engagement in the shoulder, so the lat is going to work correctly and the shoulder is going to be in a much healthier position. So yeah, that's about it for the human flag. I think I did a good job of demonstrating everything, but it's up to you to actually put in the work. Do the basics as well, do the basic pulling and pressing movement patterns. You know, I haven't tried the flag in like, I don't know, since the last tutorial basically, so like a month or 2 months, and still I actually have the strength because I'm doing my upper body strength training properly, and you build transferable strength, then you can also do stuff like this. Obviously, going for a full position right now, I could hold it, but it doesn't feel very comfortable. So if you want to feel comfortable here, you gotta practice from week to week. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to write in the comment section below what you want to see in the next video. And also, if you want some cool tutorials for the one-arm chin-up, for the handstand push-up and stuff like this, make sure to check out some of my tutorials. So click the link right here in the video description, and yeah, get yourself some amazing tutorials so you can practice like a champion. Boom.